Ronny and Mini, who had come to visit the Duke's castle, were amazed when they saw the sandcastle that Peridot showed them. A tall tower like the Duke's castle, with thick walls surrounding it. The sandcastle was very large and beautiful. Wow! It's the Duke's castle. That's right. Peridot puffed out his chest with a proud expression. Wow! Castle. 5 fingers. Mini raised her hand and said excitedly. Why fingers? When Peridot tilted his head and asked, Ronny answered on Mini's behalf. Mini can't count all the numbers yet, so when she sees something big, she says it's 5 fingers. Oh, really? Mini, 5 fingers plus 5 equals 10. Peridot spread both his hands and showed her. Mini's eyes sparkled as she spread her hands wide. Amazing. 10? 10. Yes. Ronny watched his little sister's rapid development with mixed feelings. Whatever he taught her, she never listened. Yet she followed everything the young master taught her immediately. Was it because of his face? Ever since she met young Master Peridot, Mini had been calling him beautiful every other minute. What an unfair world. We'll build up the castle wall with wet sand over there. It's collapsed a little on that side. Peridot pointed to where the wall had crumbled. Yes. Yeah. The 3 children worked hard to repair the castle wall with their little hands. After a while, Marin arrived carrying a picnic basket. Children. Hello, my lady. Ronny was the first to greet her after brushing the sand from his hands. Mini stood and bowed her head. Teacher, hello. Hello, everyone. Marin greeted the children and set down the picnic basket she had brought. After all this fun, they must be getting hungry. I brought snacks, so eat these and then continue building. Thank you. Ronny looked at the picnic basket and then glanced at his dirty hands. He thought he probably shouldn't eat with dirty hands in the Duke's castle. Marin, reading Ronny's concern, retrieved a water bottle and towel from the picnic basket. Children, come here. Let's wash our hands first. The children gathered together and washed their hands. After a moment, Ronny and Mini's eyes lit up at the sandwiches that emerged from the picnic basket. It was wonderful coming to the Duke's castle once a week to play with the young master, but having special snacks was the best thing in the world. Marin smiled softly as she watched Ronny and Mini devour the delicious sandwiches with both hands. She knew how precious and delicious these foods must be for the village children. That was why, on the days when the children visited, she deliberately brought plenty of food. Eat slowly. And take some cake and biscuits with you when you go home. Thank you. Thank you. Mini imitated Ronny's thanks with an emotional expression. Food is the best. Ronny looked at the kind Marin with twinkling eyes, then grumbled to himself. Che, Romus doesn't know anything. Why mention him? Marin had seen Romus, the village manager, once or twice before. He was also close to Giorno, the cottage owner. Romus said bad things about Lady Marin, calling you a scary, strange person. But you're a good person. Did he? Marin smiled as if it were nothing. He must have thought so after seeing her with Bunny, but adults really did say all kinds of things in front of children. But I haven't heard him say that lately. Why not? Marin asked with a puzzled look. People don't usually change all at once. Mom said he moved away. He left the village? A long black shadow fell behind the children. When the startled children turned around, they saw Gerard standing there with a stern expression. Gerard. Marin was also surprised and quickly approached him. His mood was unusual. The children must have sensed it too, because they looked quite scared. Are you here to see me? Let's go. When did this man named Romus leave? Hic. A startled Mini hiccuped as she clutched her sandwich tightly. Marin grabbed Gerard's arm and whispered while pulling him back. "You're scaring the children." Only then did Gerard realize his mistake. He covered his face with his hand and stepped back. "Keep eating." As Gerard walked away with Marin, he heard Ronnie's brave voice from behind. "It's been about a week." Marin poked Gerard's side and mouthed a single word, compliment. "You're brave." Gerard looked back and praised Ronnie. Ronnie's face lit up as if he owned the whole world. Just like his brave sister, he was now even braver. Because the Duke, the most powerful man in the Empire, had acknowledged him. The 7th Imperial Consort's palace. Alkivit stared straight at the living room door. "Say it again." The servant approached the living room door and raised his voice. "His Royal Highness the Crown Prince has arrived." However, the living room door remained closed for 30 minutes. Then, "Oh my, isn't this His Highness the Crown Prince?" Alkivit turned to see Ira standing behind him with confused eyes. Knight Damon stood beside her. Wasn't she supposed to be inside with the Emperor? "Greetings, Your Highness the 7th Imperial Consort." "Yes, greetings, Your Royal Highness." "What are you doing here?" "I came to see His Majesty the Emperor." "I went to His Majesty's office and they said he had come here." "It seems His Majesty arrived while I was searching for herb seeds." "But why are you standing outside?" "Because His Majesty did not grant me entry." There had been times before when the Emperor had ignored him and refused to see him. However, this was an Imperial Consort's palace. How dare he be ignored like this, even here? Ira looked at the Crown Prince with sympathetic eyes, then quickly lowered her gaze to compose herself. Then she opened the living room door. "Who told you to open it without permission?" The Emperor's angry voice came immediately. "Do I need permission to enter my own palace?" As Ira spoke gently, the Emperor's voice softened. "Ira. Where have you been? I've been waiting so long. I needed some herb seeds. It seems His Highness the Crown Prince has something to discuss, so I will take my leave." Ira gestured to the Crown Prince behind her to enter. Alkivit gave her a grateful farewell and stepped inside. "Then please speak freely." Ira quickly left the living room before the Emperor could stop her. The Emperor watched the direction where Ira had disappeared with regretful eyes, then turned his head. "Crown Prince. I didn't summon you. What brings you here?" "I heard I'm getting married." Alkivit did not avoid the Emperor's disapproving gaze, but faced it directly. "And? It's my marriage. Yet you didn't discuss it with me." "Crown Prince." The Emperor cut him off coldly and leaned back in his chair. "Yes, Your Majesty. Listen well. I am the Emperor of this empire. How dare you question my decision?" The Emperor struck the armrest of his chair with a loud thud. "I'm not questioning it. I simply wish I'd had time to discuss it with my fiancé. Aide. Why should I waste my time like this?" The Emperor interrupted coldly again and looked at the aide standing by the door. "Your Majesty." Alkivit called out once more to the Emperor who had always ignored him. "I'm busy. Leave." This was never the position I wanted. Alkivit finally spoke the words he had buried deep in his heart. He had never wished to become Crown Prince. He had simply been born one. If a brother had been born as the Emperor wished, he would have stepped aside immediately. That was how little he cared about being Crown Prince. He had always felt a cold wall from the Emperor, so much so that he couldn't even bring himself to say the word father. He had lived diligently, hoping that if he lived more honestly, more uprightly, more exemplarily than anyone else, he might hear the Emperor's praise just once. Yet the more upright he was, the more coldly the Emperor treated him. He had therefore abandoned any hope of the Emperor's recognition. However, he never imagined the Emperor would arbitrarily decide even his marriage. How long? How long must he be controlled like this? A cold smile formed at the corner of the emperor's mouth. So, are you willing to give up this position? May I? Not yet. Remain where you are. Until your brother is born. The emperor spoke harshly, a mocking smile on his face. Alkivit opened his mouth, then closed it tightly. He knew. In the end, he was nothing but a placeholder for a brother who might someday be born. Alkivit lowered his head in defeat. I will take my leave. The emperor pretended not to notice his farewell, rose, and headed toward Ira's bedroom.